Hi, I'm Margie Nelson. I'm come here from Montana, and I am with the Wyld Gourmet. Went down to the market this morning, picked up some really great live crab, and Chef Patricia is going to walk me through her famous crab cakes. Being from Montana, I might know how to cook a few things, but crab cakes elude me, and I'm very excited about this.
Bye, sorry. All right, we're gonna start with the Dungeness crab, which are really simple. We have our pot already going. We're gonna just season our water really quickly. I like to start with lemon. Just squeeze it right in, nice big tablespoon. The kosher salt.
That kind of a tablespoon or more?
Absolutely. You can go even more.
Makes it taste like the ocean?
Nice and seasoned. You would think that because they're in the ocean, they're really salty, but you really need that extra salt to help season them up. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in. See how I'm holding it? That protects me from their claws so we don't get pinched. It does hurt if they hit you. And these ones are not super large, so I'm gonna say we need about 10 to 12 minutes on them, and then we'll put them in an ice bath. So today we're gonna make crab cakes, so I like to start with fresh ingredients. We have some eggs, some panko, fresh peppers, some lemons, fresh garlic. It's a really simple recipe. It's not a lot of ingredients. Start with some bell pepper, red bell pepper. I like this for flavor and for color. If you want, Margie, do you want to start breaking some garlic cloves? We just need a couple cloves. Okay. There's a couple ways to do onions. Everyone has their method. This for me is this simple, especially if you want nice thin pieces. You don't want it to be super oniony. We're gonna use just that amount. It all depends on how much garlic you like. To mince them really nice, you can just put a little bit of salt. It brings out the water, which really helps to make it easier. All right, so I have some eggs I just brought from my house. These are fresh eggs from this morning.
How many?
Just one egg, because this is a small batch.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go with the ingredients.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start with some, a little bit of white pepper. A lot of people are scared of white pepper.
That's my favorite.
But I like white pepper with seafood. More kosher salt, because we wanna make sure we season as we go. And then we're gonna do some more lemon. I like a lot of lemon. So that's kind of all our wet ingredients. So it's really simple. You're gonna get your hands dirty. We are just gonna mix with our hands. I have this big bowl, but I'm just gonna take a little pinch, like not even a quarter cup. Just lightly, it just helps to bind with the eggs. And it's just a little bit, because we want the crab. We wanna taste the crab. And we're doing all this while we have our crab cooked, so then when it's time to cook our crab, it's actually soaked up some of that moisture with the panko beforehand. One more thing, we have some fresh cilantro. All right, so I always, with my herbs, I always just kind of like bring them together, and this is like a personal preference, if you like it super coarse or if you like it just really fine.
Yes.
But yeah, it just really helps. You got
smells so good.
All the smells coming out. What helps too with just a little bit of moisture is a little bit of oil. And this is olive oil.
Okay.
And we're not gonna put a whole bunch in because crab is really lean.
Mix it.
And mix it, yeah. And that's it for all your mix.
Wow. I have done this every which way but right.
All right, so they're all done. Now we're gonna ice bath them. In the chef term, we call that blanching. And that's where we're gonna add it now. We're gonna shock it right into here. We wanna cool it down the meat so it doesn't dry out, keeps it nice and moist. And you definitely wanna get it down that ice on top. So I like to get it to cool a little bit quicker. I'll go ahead and start taking off the back and removing the top, because you wanna cool it down really quick. And then you just remove. So this is kind of, remember I was talking about that juice.
You're gonna make me do it, aren't
you? You should just take a little taste. You should try that. That's how they welcome you to Westport.
Didn't start out too bad, but it didn't end up very good.
These are kind of like gills. You're gonna remove all of those. We're not gonna use any of that. And then from here, I'll just spray. Real simple. So you're gonna kind of, they shake. That's why they get the term shake. So see how I broke it like this? And they just tap it. You're just gonna tap. I also brought some tools, which everyone has one of these, which is a fork. That makes it a little bit easier. I like to use the fork method, but most of them just to help like crack it open, just to help if you're shaking, to get it all out. You can smell it. It smells sweet.
It smells great.
And that's like where it's really nice, like it's when it's fresh.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you want to use as much as you can within having as little waste as possible. And then you just want to do a gentle pull so then you can get the whole part, like out. See the little part right here? You want to make sure you get all of that. And so depending on the size of the crab, depends on the size of the claw.
Now we have cooked the crab, blanched the crab, and we have cracked all the crab, and we have all these really lovely pieces. There's some leg and claw, and this is from the body. And there's a piece right here that was part of shell.
Yeah, you might want to just go through one last time, feel around for shells. It happens when you're cracking. But I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't feel any. So now we're going to add that mixture that we had set aside earlier. We're going to add it in with our crab.
The Trinity, the cilantro, the egg, and the panko.
Yeah, a little salt and pepper.
And salt and pepper.
And now we're just going to mix everything
pepper
together. Yeah.
Oh.
So like I said, I like to leave it pretty clumpy.
Yep.
I will break down the legs just a little bit, just to spread them out.
This is the kind that I wanted to make right here.
And there's a couple ways you can do this. Sometimes I would let this rest overnight. Just so it helps bind it. Since we went really light, there's a little bit, actually there's a little bit more crab than I was expecting. So we might just add just a little bit more salt, just so we have more seasonings.
Okay.
There's lots of ways at this point you can start to shape. Depends on the size you like, how many you're gonna serve. This one, about the size of a burger. We might just go like this.
About a snowball size?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna start kind of shaping them, forming them. It's really loose. And that's okay, because we're gonna add panko on the outside, so it will help soak up some of that moisture. And you don't have to be like super like rough either. It's just a gentle, just help get some of the moisture out.
We're gonna squeeze it a little?
Just a little bit, yeah. Because like I said, we don't wanna add too much dry, because we want it to be moist on the inside. So this panko we're just gonna use, this is just for coating. So you're gonna put in your crab cake, so like this, on the outside. You can shape it. You're just gonna gently press as you shape. And that's a Margie size one. Mine are kind of small. These look good to grill. So you can use a frying pan. Today we're gonna use the flat top.
Okay, is that too fat?
No, that's good. Yeah, nice shape on that one. You want to make sure whatever you're using to grill with that you preheat so it's nice and warm, ready to sear. You can use butter. At home, I would actually use olive oil and butter combined as they're cooking. And it's actually a good amount. Don't be scared to be generous. That's why you want to use like olive oil instead of like a canola oil or something like that, because you're going to use quite a bit of oil.
And these are basically cooked, so we're just...
Yeah, we're just gonna cook that egg, which is only needs to get up to about 145.
Okay.
So we don't need to re-cook the crab.
Oh, they're just gorgeous.
All right, so now we have our fresh crab cakes, and you can make an aioli or a hollandaise or a béarnaise sauce, whichever ones you like. But this is so fresh. We just cleaned it, we cooked it. So I would just squeeze like some fresh lemon on there. I would just keep it really simple. You don't have to be too fancy. Just like that. Maybe add a little bit more cilantro on top.
Yep. That is just gorgeous. Patricia, thank you so much for inviting me here to teach me how to make a proper fresh crab cake and form them right.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out to Westport and
Thank you.
trying some fresh seafood, and we appreciate